Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. So I've been doing quite a bit of experimenting with rockets and boosters off camera, just so you won't have to listen to me mumble avionics nonsense, I guess. So yeah, this is a fairly stable design I came up with. It's actually good enough I can use SAS and the RCS instead of having to manually do it, because as you might remember before, when I tried like using all that stuff, it would just like wobble so much it'd break apart. But this is actually pretty stable. So I haven't completely tested this exact design out yet, but that's what we're here to do. Oh yeah, and I found a pretty cool feature. If you press C, you can go to this little cockpit here. You can look around a bit and just press C again to escape. You can do the same by clicking the first guy's IVA button. And if you do it with the second guy, you can see he's sort of sitting behind the captain. Pretty cool. Rock storage here, slide to open. Fire extinguisher. And latches and stuff. But yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Maybe I'll go into this view while we're launching. Okay, so main engine start. Boosters on. Oh yeah, I need to turn this autopilot stuff. So as you can see, I'm actually using decouplers on those boosters. I figured out, well, I didn't exactly figure out what I was doing wrong before, but I just know this way actually works, so I'm sticking with it. So, yeah, let's get into the IVA mode of the other dude. They don't look too happy. Kind of wobbly here. Look down. Not much to see over here. My engine's overheating a tad. Okay, and our boosters are about to run out. You'll get to see them eject shortly once I launch the next stage here. And yeah, we just need to use up the remainder of our main engine rocket fuel. Squeeze out the last bit of it. Maybe let's turn on some of these instruments. Our speed is getting really low. Okay, there we go. Back on track. Yeah, that's one little problem I found with that main engine, is that without those boosters I slowly start to fall. So maybe I need to put like a second set of these smaller boosters on it too, to just keep it going, I'm guessing. So yeah, let's see, our pilots are experiencing 1.6 Gs. Not terribly bad. And the temperature outside is negative 48 degrees Celsius. Actually, I should probably change this to ship, because this is a ship, not a lander. We're not landing anywhere, really. Okay, eject those boosters. And actually, we're pretty far up now. Let's see, our apoapsis can still use a little work. Let's see how the IVA... Oh, we're about to launch to the next sequence anyways. I think before I do that, let me first correct my positioning so that we can get a real orbit with these boosters. Let's make sure we still have some time. And that should be enough. Now, let's launch the boosters. And eject that main engine. Ooh! Oh, okay. We regain stability. Let's tilt our way a little more of that. Okay, and maybe I need to turn these down. Actually, no. That's the thing. Solid fuel rocket boosters, in real life too, once they get going, you can't stop them. Which kinda sucks. Which kinda means we get a really wide orbit. Which means I can turn this off. I don't really need RCS at this point. And yeah, it's actually pretty good. Let's try to get as close to the apoapsis as possible and then start expanding our orbit. Wow, you can see the mun there and some of the curvature of the Earth. Quite nice. You can also zoom in and out in these views too. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's fast forward our way to our apoapsis. Times 50. And actually, I figured out if you press F2 you can hide all of the HUD. Except that annoying stuff. That'd be actually a pretty neat screenshot. Maybe I can start taking pictures of this now and using those as the thumbnail in my videos. Okay, let's fast forward. Okay, once we get to... Oh, okay, that should be good. We need to point ourselves towards our apoapsis. Where the hell is that? I mean, not our apoapsis, the direction we're facing. We have 41 seconds to do that. Oh, I see. We need to point... Oh, other way. Okay, let's start. Yeah, we're as close to the apoapsis as I'm comfortable with. And you can see our orbit slowly getting better. Let's see how our fuel's doing. It's actually doing pretty good, although these little rockets aren't the best thrusting device. But I think we might actually get in a good orbit finally. If this succeeds, I'm really hoping it will, then maybe we'll start launching our first satellite. But we might want to modify the boosters first. That was a bit tough there. Okay, we're about a little over halfway on our fuel. I don't think we'll get the best perfect circular orbit unless we correct ourselves. Yeah, now we can see our periapsis peeking out from the back of the planet, and I think I'll raise that to about 200. Should be good enough. A nice low Earth orbit. And we're doing quite good on fuel. So now what I need to do is I need to wait until we get to our, periapsis, and then thrust backwards to shrink our apoapsis. So let's just warp our way around. And our booster stuff will come crashing down, yep. And that's where our support structure things are still lying. And we're still at times 10 speed. Let's go until right about there. apoapsis down to 200. Getting closer. Oh. And because I'm a perfectionist, I'll try to get this within 1,000 meters. Okay, we're at 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 11, 10, shoot. Let's do it. So, yeah. Let's see, to the naked eye, that looks good enough. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we've finally made a good orbit. Quite a nice success. Let's check the IVA facing the stars. Actually, we can point it a different direction if we want. So, which way is the captain's window? Okay, there's the captain's window, so all we need to do is point it down like that. And then we should be able to see. Now, let me guide it a little more from in here. Yeah. Nice upside down view of the Earth. We could also flip it around. No, then I'll just be blinding myself in the sun. Let's try to figure this out from in here. Let's see. If we point it in the direction we're going, then where would the captain's viewport be? It would be pointing straight up. So what we need to do is just roll our craft like so. And we should get a nice square flat view of the Earth as we pass by. Let's just complete one orbit here just so we can call it, just say that we did a complete orbit once we reach the apoapsis. And then we can start our descent down and return home. So yeah. Actually, let's try to get ourselves to land on the sunny side of the Earth. Okay, now I think we can start our descent burn. Okay, and there we go. Full throttle down. And let's aim ourselves right in the ocean. Oh, we got a nice huge ocean to land in. That should be good. Plenty good. And let's face the direction we are going. Actually, that doesn't really matter, but just so we're like a bullet when we go through the atmosphere. And in case the Earth rotates, in case Kerbin rotates too fast. Ooh, I know. Let's get a nice sunrise angle. Okay, maybe I was a little late there. That's fine. So let's fast forward our way down. And now we're officially in the atmosphere. Now we can only go ×4. And I think I can eject those thrusters because I'm really not going to need them anyways. And let's just tell our parachutes to deploy when they can. Oh, or SAS there. Whoa! Whoa. Probably because I had it fast forwarded. It just derped out. Let's try to get this at like that. I guess wouldn't it naturally do that though? Okay, there are the chutes. And our thrusters there. Let's fast forward ×4. And let's see what the captain's view of this is. Nope, he's just blinding himself in the sun. Actually, we should... yeah, there we go. There's the ocean. Maybe then there's radar altitude here. Gyroscope, vertical speed. Let's see what this guy has to see. Oh, we should probably slow down the warp because we're nearing the water. Actually, let's see what the inside view of this looks like when we land. Let's just warp down, and I'll stop it once we reach about 100. There's a bottom glass pane here. And there we go. Warp 1. And we slowly touch down. Ooh. Look pretty kind of rough from the inside. Now we're flowing nicely. The boat will come pick them up. How close are we to headquarters? Oh, we're like on the opposite side of the planet from HQ. Okay, well, there you go, guys. We've made a successful, complete orbit. We could have stayed in there forever if we wanted to, but of course, we don't want to get more men stuck out there. What's that doing? Okay, but anyways, I think we can call this a success. End flight. And I think we'll start launching some satellites. So I think what I'll do is I'll just build this satellite off camera, and then I'll quickly sort of show off what I put on there afterwards. So yeah, I'll be back, guys. Okay guys, welcome back, and I've just completed the KerbinSat I. So basically what I did, I just put some xenon engines in case we want to decommission this at any time. Slapped those on, slapped on a SAS, put a bunch of struts on, and like 18 batteries, 2 huge solar panels, some instruments, and the Stapnik, sounds like Sputnik, but Stapnik Mark II, just so it's unmanned, that way we won't have to leave anyone in space. And I put an antenna on, not that I don't think we really need it, but yeah. So, and also I put these boosters on the bottom, because if you remember, after I ejected these boosters, the main engine seemed to have a hard time accelerating, so I decided to put these on, and I changed all the stages accordingly. So I believe this should be sufficient for our first test run. And I don't know why, but I'm just going to keep all these rockets manned, at least like the rocket part. So we'll be basically managing 2 separate missions at the same time for a while. But yeah, the satellite shouldn't be too hard to take care of. So yeah, let's get started. Hopefully this doesn't wobble too much. I'm not exactly sure how strong those struts are. I'm assuming they'd be pretty strong because they're fairly small. And doesn't look bad on the top of our rocket. And yeah, it's nighttime. Oh, I remembered something. Good thing we remembered this before we launched. We really should add lights to the satellite here. That way when we get in space, we can turn them on and have a look around. Well, not that there's much to look at, but well, not that many. And you can rotate objects with WASD. It's a bit tricky at first to figure out what what each one does, but you get used to it. Let's see, so we would like to have a pair facing here and another pair facing there. So yeah, there are lights. Where else? Maybe we could put one facing up, like that. I don't know. That might be a bit much, but I don't know. That'll give us something to use our battery power on, other than the xenon engines, which require electricity. Not that we'll be using those much. Yeah, I am aware that xenon engines don't have much for thrust, but that's not the point. The point is I only need this, so in case for some odd reason we need to decommission it, that way we can do so. Yeah, so there we go. I don't know, those lights look kind of ugly. I think I'll just get rid of them. Yeah, that was a bit pointless. Let's just exit and go back to the rocket we already had. Okay, here we go. First launch of the Comet 4 with the KerbinSat I. Oh, we need to turn those on. And launch.